What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Kendrick Knight here, back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Night of Champions, WWE Night of Champions from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock. We're going to crown a brand new inaugural World Heavyweight Champion when Seth freaking Rollins goes one-on-one with the phenomenal AJ Styles, who's going to walk out as your new world champion. Hall of Famer going one-on-one with future Hall of Famer when Trish Stratus goes one-on-one with Becky Lynch, the man, big time Becky Lynch. Who takes that W there, man? All this and more in the Night of Champions preview prediction video. Let's get to it. Yes, sir. So, first of all, let's go ahead and get all the predictive matches out the way first, because it's very, very predictable. Gunther will retain his Intercontinental Championship against Mustafa Ali. It's just not enough time to build for this match. It feels like a throw-in match. It's not gonna happen. Gunther will retain his championship, and Rhea Ripley will retain her championship as well when she goes one-on-one with Natalya. Just, they're not losing, bro. Like, Gunther and Rhea Ripley by themselves too are the future of the WWE for the next 5-10 years, man. Gunther, the ring general, and Rhea Ripley, man, this is just predictive stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on. Bianca Belair will defend her Raw Women's Championship against the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, man. They had an amazing match at WrestleMania 39. Arguably one of the best matches on both cards. And I feel like they're not going to disappoint again for this match right here. But I do see this match, you know, being the starting point of a new attitude, a new gimmick change, character change for Bianca Belair. You know, everybody's saying that she's getting stale. She's getting stale, you know what I mean? The EST, and having this, you know, Bailey style of a character, you know, smiling and laughing, kissing babies, so on and so forth. And when you really think about it, if you follow Bianca's career from NXT when she first started up to now, she's never been a heel. She's always been a babyface. Think about that. She's been over for the past 2-3 years now and never turned. She's always been a babyface. And in my opinion, man, to be one of the greatest of all time and to be a legend, you have to be well-rounded character-wise. You know, you got to be a baby, you got to be a heel, you got to be a tweener, you got to do all these things, you know what I'm saying? So it's great, you know what I mean? But I do see Bianca retaining, of course, but a new style to her character, a new you know, flair, if you will, you know what I mean? But yes, Bianca Belair defends her championship successfully, and at this point, I just don't see anybody taking that championship from her. You know what I mean? Like, she's the EST of the WWE, man. It's just not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen, bro. Becky Lynch, man, big time Becky Lynch goes one-on-one with Trish Stratus, man. This is a tough choice, you know what I mean? Like, you got a Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer here. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you have? Me, slightly, I'm gonna go with big time Becky Lynch here, man, because it's one of those, you know, Hall of Fame superstar giving the rub to a future one. You know what I mean? You know, passing the torch. You know, Trish Stratus comes out says she's not a nostalgia act. She's not a nostalgia act. You know what I mean? She is the spotlight. She is number one. She is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. She is the women's wrestling revolution. She created this. She is Trish Stratus. You know what I mean? Versus Becky Lynch, biting the hand that fed her with Trish. You know what I'm saying? But Becky has carved her own lane, carved her own stratosphere as far as her character, her body of work, the championships, the accolades, the movies, the TV shows, the magazine covers, the interview presses, you know what I mean? Like, this is all because of Trish Stratus in her mind, in her world. You know what I mean? And that's the big thing within women's wrestling conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, who genuinely started the revolution? You know what I'm saying? Like, 1000%. Trish Stratus trailblazed. Trish Stratus, Lita, Jacqueline, all those girls. You know what I mean? Stacy Keibler, Tori Wilson, Kelly, all them, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, they trailblazed. But in my opinion, as a wrestling fan, and constantly, upping my history and going from the Attitude Era to the Ruthless Aggression to now, man, like, women's wrestling wasn't really taken that seriously until the Four Horsewomen. Like, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, bro. Right? Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. You know what I mean? Like, if it was for these four women, bro, I don't see women's wrestling being where it is today. Main eventing, pay-per-views, live events, WrestleMania, right? Having marquee matchups on every single card, having the best match on a card, which is like never seen before in the Attitude Era, not even Ruthless Aggression, man. So it's something that is a conversation to have amongst wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got Becky Lynch in this match, bro. Becky Lynch, the man, Becky Lynch. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn will defend their Undisputed Tag Team Championships against Solo Sikoa and the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. The head of the table, Roman Reigns. This man is trying to get 4 belts, man. This man's trying to get 4 belts. Like, that's unheard of. That's crazy. That's insane. But I do see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retaining, mostly because I feel like the Usos will finally turn on Roman Reigns and their brother Solo Sikoa. It's just weeks after ever since WrestleMania, man. Roman Reigns has had his eye on the Usos, Jimmy and Jay and Jimmy, the Usos, because you lost the titles. You lost the titles, bro. Like, we're on this island of relevancy, man. Like, you lose the championship? How? Why? What's the issue? What's going on here? And like, pretty much downplaying the Usos as if they're not the greatest tag team of all time, or arguably one of, right? Every tag team has their downfall, you know what I mean? Like, but the constant, mean mugging and the constant, braggadociousness of Roman Reigns, downing these guys, it all comes ahead tomorrow afternoon in Jeddah, when Jimmy and Jay will cost Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa those tag team belts. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will retain their champion. Matter of fact, there will be no title changes in this entire show, I just I don't see it. I don't see it. And it was a great match. One would say that this match will be arguably the best match on the card. You know, you got 4 studs in there, man. You know, veterans, absolute veterans, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Then you got the greatest of all time in there now. You know, as well with Roman Reigns. Those were not my words. John Cena said that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has their opinion. You know, I've seen, you know, comments, you know, when I've seen the interview when John said that. You know what I mean? Everybody's on him about having him as his GOAT, you know what I mean? But like, everybody has their own interpretation, perspective, and insight on who they feel like is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinion, I think The Undertaker is the greatest of all time. You may disagree. The person that's watching this right now, you may disagree with me. You may think it's Stone Cold. You may think it's Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Ric Flair. Everybody has their own agenda. Everybody has their own opinion. You know, so for people to drag Cena for having his own mind, his own opinion, for thinking that Roman Reigns is the greatest of all time, hey, I disagree, but at the same time, it's John Cena. Like, who am I? Who am I? He actually done this for 2 decades. I think the man knows what he's talking about. You feel what I'm saying? So who am I? I've never been in the ring. I've been to a handful of shows, but have I ever been in the ring? Have I actually worked? No. So he has a better insight on what is going on versus me, versus you that's watching this show. You know what I mean? So, hey man, it is what it is, you know. And then you got Solo Sikoa, man, one of the best upstarts. You know, I mentioned earlier Rhea Ripley and Gunther. Solo Sikoa is also in that process, you know, in that name, as far as that's going to carry the flagship for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You know, Solo Sikoa is a future WWE World Heavyweight Champion, whether it's on Raw or the undisputed, you know, undisputed WWE Champion, right? Universal Champion, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I just don't see Sami and KO dropping the titles here. Jimmy and Jay will cost Reigns and Solo the tag team titles and further the boil and the turmoil of the bloodline. And it's perfect because Sami Zayn is right there because he started that turmoil, right? Interesting. And we are going to, speaking of championships, we're going to crown a new World Heavyweight Champion, AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles versus the incomparable, the amazing Seth freaking Rollins. Who do I have in this match? Who do I have in this match, bro? You know, when they originally came up with this tournament and came up with the world title, I just knew for a fact this title was born for Seth Rollins. This title was created for Seth freaking Rollins. It just has to. It was either for Cody or Rollins. And I feel like we're not done finishing Cody's story here. So he's not meant to be world champion. He's meant to be the undisputed universal champion, you know what I mean? Because that's the reason why he came here. That's why he came back. Remember the promo after WrestleMania 38 that he had in the ring with Cody Rhodes, right? He's here to be WWE champion. He's here to be WWE champion, not world heavyweight champion. He wants to be the champion that he always knew his father should have been, right? So I felt like this title was born for either Cody or Rollins, but Cody's meant for that title. So it has to be Seth Rollins, right? It has to. It absolutely has to be for Seth Rollins. And now that we're here and it shows tomorrow, I'm not so sure, man, because, for anybody that's been living on a rock, Seth Rollins is now filming. He's not fully going to Hollywood, but he's in a film right now and he's recording and filming for this Captain America movie, man. So is that going to hinder him being the brand new World Heavyweight champion? Everybody has their already has their opinion on the title, as if that it's a secondary title, because technically it is. I have to be honest. I have to be real. I don't like being negative, but I have to be honest. That title is secondary because it's just a title for everybody else that couldn't beat Roman Reigns, right? And that's the cons of having a champion for 1,000 days in today's modern times. You know what I'm saying? We in the world of social media, but it's okay. That's fine. This is a brand new opportunity to have a fighting champion on Monday Night Raw, man. So it's a tough call, right? It's a tough call because AJ's on SmackDown and got drafted to SmackDown. The title is a Raw branded title, and Rollins is on Raw, but he's going to be away filming. You don't want to start this title off with a champion that's not on TV. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know what's going on here, but we shall see, man. I really don't care because I love both of these guys. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be disappointed either way. I love Rollins. I love Styles. Both of these guys, amazing in-ring work and bona fide Hall of Fame, WWE Hall of Famers. And I think we're going to be in for an amazing show. And last but not least, the match. Not even a match, but a fight. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I definitely have Cody here. Because again, gotta finish that story, right? But what's so interesting about this feud or this little rivalry between Brock and Cody is that it's literally kind of like mirroring, Cena from back at WrestleMania. What was that, 28? When Cena lost the big moment to The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And, he had a little personal spiral and he got going up against, Brock Lesnar. It's pretty similar here, but different styles, right? And after getting attacked constantly by the Beast, it's amazing how they're building up Cody, you know what I mean? And that's a question that I'm proposing to all of you that's watching. Is Cody Rhodes the ultimate babyface? Like if you close your eyes and you try to find who you think is the ultimate babyface, like someone that you can, a prototypical babyface from top to bottom, who is that? And that's Cody Rhodes, in my opinion. Like, he has the look, he has a style, he can talk, and he can go in the ring, and he makes you feel something, not only within the promo, but in his work as well. And kudos, man. Cody Rhodes, the man, the myth, the legend, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Wrestling has more than one royal family. You know what I'm saying? So like it's amazing to see. And after getting injured by Brock Lesnar this past Monday Night Raw with his arm, how can he go? How can he continue to fight? How can he continue to wrestle? How can he continue to finish his story? Those are the questions, right? That you're constantly asking yourself. But if a torn pec couldn't stop him, a broken arm will not stop him. He's the American nightmare. He's going to continue this ride, man. So that's what we're going to do here, man, because Cody will win this match. If it is a match at all, and we're going to continue. You know what I'm saying? Next up, Money in the Bank. He's going to go to Money in the Bank. He's going to win the briefcase. Going to hold it till what, Mania, maybe? Another Seth Rollins. He's going to cash it in at WrestleMania, right? That would be crazy. That would be insane. But yeah, this match also, too, could be possibly match of the night with the tag match with Roman, Solo, and Kevin Owens, Sami, as well as Bianca and Asuka. All right, let's go over this is Night of Champions, right? Let's go over. Rhea Ripley will retain her title. Gunther will retain his title. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will retain their titles. Becky Lynch goes over Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. Bianca retains her title. And I don't really care who wins. Seth or AJ, Seth, AJ, Styles, AJ, Seth, Rollins, Seth, freaking Rollins, AJ phenomenal. I don't care who wins. I love both guys. I think both guys deserve it, especially with AJ, you know, coming off his freak injury, the longest he's ever been out in his entire career. You got Seth freaking Rollins, who has been busting absolute tail for the past 2 years. Amazing work. Character development has been crazy, and his in-ring work is just crazy, right? So I'm not going to be hurt either way who wins that match. And I have Cody Rhodes defeating the Beast, Brock Lesnar. This has been my Night of Champions preview prediction show, man. Make sure you guys check out Night of Champions tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock on Peacock. Check it out, man. WWE Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Until then, yes, sir.